Look, I have now played over 40 NES games, and I have heard all of the people that have said, yeah, but Legend of Zelda is the best. Legend of Zelda is the best. I'm telling you guys, I just don't see it. All right. I'm going to give this game a fair shake today. If anyone that's watched our channel, you know that we go through the entire game. We try to give a fair assessment of the game that we are playing. And today we're going to be tackling The Legend of Zelda, the alleged best game on the NES. And I got to tell you guys, I just don't see it, especially stacked up against some of the games that we covered last year and some of the ones that we've got on slate for 2025. It's a tall order to be the best game on the NES. And I want to be clear. I think it's a good game. I think it's a lot of fun. But best game, that is an honored title. So let's get into it today. We'll go through it. We are walking through the entire game of The Legend of Zelda. This is the first quest. This game does come with a second quest that you can play through, which is a little bit different. Gives you kind of a varied look at the game. And let's reset and give the full experience of the opening screen. For those of you that don't know, I'm Retro Nate. We do retro gameplays over here on the channel, trying to get through the entire NES library of North American titles for the NES, SNES, and Sega, and eventually ranking all of them to see which ones we think are the best. So, Legend of Zelda, everyone knows it. It is a household name among the most famous franchises, along with Super Mario Brothers, Metroid, Legend of Zelda. Those are Mega Man. Those are like the big ones on the NES, and this is the one that so many people have claimed is the best that the console has to offer. So as you scroll through, you get the absolutely iconic music. Absolutely love the theme to this one, and a list of all the items that you'll be encountering as you go through Link's first quest ever, really, his first appearance on any console video game. So going to scroll through all the items that we're going to get. We don't really know what all of them are or mean, but when I was looking up the original manual that you get along with this game, they give you kind of a good foundation of knowledge of what you need to know. They give you a pretty detailed map of most of the overworld that you're going to be traversing, and it even tells you in the opening screen to look up the manual for details. So good guidance that it gives you to understand what these items mean, understand what we're going to be doing inside all the dungeons and everything else. So, oh, look at that. We've got an old file here that we will eliminate, and we will start fresh, okay? And we will call this guy Nate, get to name our character. And we'll be nice about it this time through and register our character. And here we go. Going to take you through the entire first quest of The Legend of Zelda and try to be fair along the way as we evaluate this game. And one of the most famous opening dialogues that you get, it's dangerous to go alone. Take this. You get the first sword in the first open cave. So in the manual, when I was looking it up, you're going to get some guidance that says that you want to go north. That's really your first objective. And we're going to listen to that advice in this manual and go north and head towards the first level of Underground Labyrinth that we need to tackle. And the reason we want to do that, first of all, we want to grab a few rupees, which are the money that you can acquire in this game to buy different items, and we need to get a bit of that. Our first goal financially is to get 60 rupees so that we can get a candle, a blue candle, which is going to give us access to a lot more rupees if we use it properly. So that's why we want to grab that. These red fellas are good for giving you a few rupees. As well, what I learned in this from some of the techniques I read up about this game is that the more enemies you kill without getting damaged, the more rupees you end up earning. I'm obviously not doing that very well as I make my way to level 1 in this tree here. But I think it's like every 10 enemies that you kill, if you don't get damaged, you will get a 5 rupee drop, which is kind of nice. All right, we are going to go to the right to start in level number 1, picking up a key from that, I believe they're, what are they called? Not Stavros. What are these things called? I forget. They're not, I know they're skeletons, but there's a name for them, and they actually stick around throughout the course of the Legend of Zelda games that appear later in the series. I'll think of it eventually. And then we're going to make our way over to the left-hand side and clear out this room of the keys that are over here. These are bat-like enemies that fly around. They're not bat-like, they are bats, and they fly around. And if you clear all of them, you will get another key for your troubles. So now we've acquired the 2 keys we need, and we can head to the room above us here. Another room of skeletons to clear out. Few rupees for us. Definitely like that. Would love to have some health drop for us. We're not quite there yet on that, but continuing to clear enemies as we go through. And when you're on the same level as them and they're coming right at you, they will bounce back like that, which is kind of a nice way to give yourself some room. Oh, and we got the stopwatch and a heart, which is very helpful. The stopwatch is going to freeze all of the enemies on the screen, and the heart, of course, refilling our life up there on the top right. Now, I don't know how many of you, I didn't really feel the need to go through and explain like the anatomy of the game to everyone, because I almost assume everyone's played this. But maybe I would do well to do that as we go through the first underground labyrinth here. So, the entire game is made up of an overworld and 9 underground labyrinths that we have to clear, finding 8 sections of the Triforce, and then facing off with Ganon, who is the ultimate enemy for Link, and stealing his piece of the Triforce so we can grab all 3 pieces and unite them again to bring peace to Hyrule. That's the overall goal of the game. So the 8 pieces of the Triforce are hidden in the 8 underground labyrinth levels that we see here. We're in level 1 of this, and we will eventually collect all 8 and then try to defeat Ganon after we have done so. This one says Eastmost Peninsula is the secret. That's referring to this labyrinth where you can see the compass that I picked up highlights where the Triforce piece is, so that tells us kind of where we need to go. We'll be getting a map shortly, right in this room, that will tell us the layout of the labyrinth that we're in so that we can better gauge where we are and where we need to go. So then there are the 9 underground labyrinths, and there are several items, weapons, and armor upgrades for us to collect as we go through. And I'll be taking you through getting each of those things. Now, here's one thing that maybe this is... I'm probably holding on to this, and it's maybe undeserved. But I am not a pro at this game. It's going to be very apparent as I go through this game that I am not a pro. I have not practiced this game like crazy. It's not one that I speed run. It's not one that I profess to have grown up on and am very good at. I'm just someone who is picking up the game and playing it because I need to complete it. And it's, it's famous. I have played through it before. I've beaten it before, but I'm by no means a master of this game, as you can clearly see by me getting damaged there. And so as we're going through this, I know that you're going to, my claim here is that this is just not the best game on the NES. As I'm going through, if you're looking at this and going, well, it's because you're really not good at the game, or it's because you really don't know where everything is, or something to that effect, you have to keep in mind, I'm coming at this as a fairly... a reasonably experienced NES gamer, and someone who has played a good variety now of titles on the console and kind of has a good, perhaps at the time when this came out, this could be among the best or even the best of its time, but I just think it's hard for me to not say that this has since been surpassed by some of the titles, even that I've played to this point. But I don't think my ability to play the game should really factor in with the goodness of the game, as I take a boomerang right to the side, and I'm going to need to restart here. So continuing within a dungeon will start you right at the beginning of the dungeon again. It's really not a big deal if you end up dying. You keep all of the money that you had. You end up, some of the enemies respawn, but that just gives us an opportunity to collect some more rupees, so it's not a big deal. If we were to hit retry, we would start at the very beginning of the overworld again. And we could also save and then pick up our game later. So those are the 2 options that we would have had. I really don't mind the death because I've got a chance to get a few more drops. I get my health back, which is kind of nice. And I'll just kind of, make my way quickly back to where I was. It's really no big derailment there. These things don't drop any items for us, so I'm going to skip by them. So yeah, back to what I was saying is that if my ability to play the game is what makes the game better... I don't know that that's great for a game. I can appreciate it being... I appreciate when a game is difficult. This one's not particularly difficult to clear, I don't think. It's just time-consuming. Sometimes, if you're not that great at it, it can be time-consuming. Anyway, we'll get more into the take here. It's really not the point of the video. The point of any of the videos that I make is to try to show anyone who's playing these games how to get through them. And the best way to do so. And that is going to be our goal here today. So I have gotten the boomerang from clearing out that last room of enemies. And now we are going to make our way up to the boss section. This Dragon-like unicorn fella. If you have full life, you can just fire off your swords from far across the room. If not, you can make your way right up close, and it's 6 shots before they are done in. You get yourself a heart container extending your life bar, and we have now acquired the first piece of the Triforce that we were going for. So that is the end of the level 1 labyrinth. And some really nice victory music that you get for clearing that area. Okay, now, for those of you, so I've given you my thoughts on the game itself. Let's keep going on the actual path of what you're supposed to do while you're in here. So we are at 57 rupees right now. Our goal is to get to 60 so that we can acquire a candle. And I think if we make our way to where the candle shop is, just like that, we're going to get over 60 rupees, which is what we're aiming for. And now we can head back and get the candle that we need to really start cooking. So we have yet to acquire a bomb. That is the other key item we would need to open up a few more areas. Now, we may decide that we want to just buy one eventually. I'm not sure yet. Let me kind of see how this plays out if we acquire any bombs from any enemies that we run across. But up in this cave here is they're going to offer you a candle, and that is going to be the first item we want to grab. What that allows you to do is fire out a flame, 1 per screen, and that flame is going to have some specific power to it, which is pretty nice. In fact, I'm going to go and utilize one of that flame's power real quick over here on the left-hand side. If I move over this way and then go north and kind of like take this route here, I can quickly use some of the candle's power in a very key spot coming up here. Now, this is one thing that you can let me know in the comments. I don't know if there was any way within the clues of the game that are hidden throughout kind of the overworld here that you would ever know that this specific tree is what you've got to set on fire to reveal a staircase to eventually reveal a free heart container. But ultimately, the 5th tree in from the right on that screen is the one that you have to burn, and it reveals a staircase, and in there is a free heart container. I have no idea if there would be any such clue anywhere in the game to let you know that it's that tree, nor would I know that it's this tree right here that's going to give me some free money that I wasn't planning on. This part of the game didn't make a whole lot of sense to me, other than just giving players the ability to go and set every tree in the game on fire and see if you find something. Hey, we got ourselves some bombs. That's a huge drop for us. We're going to set this tree on fire as well, grab a few more free rupees. These things are littered throughout the game as you play it, and once you reveal or understand where they are, this is the way to collect all the rupees you're going to need for every item you're going to need in the game. So these hidden rupee chambers are very well utilized here. As we go to the right through this desert and going to make our way to another heart container here in just a moment. But other than just blindly walking around the overworld and setting everything on fire, I'm not sure how you're supposed to know where all this stuff is. Now, on this area, I will tell you that in the manual, they do have over this section of the map, they did have a giant question mark. And that would lead one to believe that there is some secret in here. So they have them over certain areas where you need to do something to acquire something. You know, such as this, where bombing that rock gives you access to this cave and another heart container, which is important. But they don't have that for all of them. And that just became like, I wasn't really sure, you know, they gave you some to get going, but then really leave you to just kind of explore and bomb everything. Now, I'm down with that. I don't think that's terrible. But maybe I'm missing something, whether these were all kind of revealed somewhere. Let me know in the comments if there were other clues I should have looked for. They don't look any different than other trees or anything like that. Like, there's no visual clue to let you know. All right, we've made our way now to the northeast side of this map. We're going to grab this letter. This letter is needed to show to the old woman so that you can buy life medicine. So you've got to make your way up here to grab that before you're going to be able to buy any life medicine. And we have just grabbed some. Now, since we're up here and we're taking lots of damage, we're going to go over here to the end. Now, there is a clue in the game in one of these caves that says the secret lies in by the tree at the dead end. And what that means is there's a false wall here that you can walk up to get to the very northeast corner of the map. And here is a secret 100 rupee spot that you can grab. There are 300 rupee hidden spots in the game, and we have just gotten the first one, and it's a very good one. You might ask what's in that tree right there. It's a gambling game. Overall, you're not going to win money long term. Not worth it to do. You pay 10 rupees and you'll either end up losing 10 rupees, losing 40 rupees, or winning 50 rupees. And, if you're feeling lucky, you can do it, but I'm not going to be gambling that here. Okay, we've gotten ourselves a lot of rupees here. We've also gotten enough heart containers that we will be able to acquire the white sword. And that might be something I don't want to do it just yet because I want to grab a couple other things first. So another hidden rupee area is right here behind this statue. And if you make your way in, you can grab yourself another free 30 rupees. Pretty nice. We can continue making our way south. Now we're going to make our way south all the way down to where the next heart container is that we're going to need. I think I got to go over this way. Uh-oh. Hang on. Let's clear him. Do I have to go down here? Yeah, I'm stuck. Well, I'm stuck to a degree, but this is actually a false tree that leads us to another underground labyrinth area, but that is level 8. We're not ready to go there yet. I want to actually make my way south here, but I'm kind of caught in the wrong spot of the forest maze here. Let's swing our way. Now I can go down. Now I think I'm there. Okay, now we're at 208 rupees right now. It's a really good number, but we're not quite to where we want to be. We want to be at 250 to get the most expensive item in the game, which is the blue ring. Now, at this stage, we're going to bomb the wall right there. And when we enter, we're going to see our third heart container that we've been able to acquire here in the overworld. So we've just made quick work of all of the heart containers we can get at this stage of the game. And I'm going to go and grab one more free rupee shop. That's going to give me 30 more rupees. And then I think on the way to the blue ring, we're going to end up getting enough that we can grab our blue ring and a really key item for us in reducing the damage that we take. So that's what we're up against next. Going to kill a few of these enemies. There we go. 216. I want to get to 220 so that I can get up to 250 by getting this secret here in a moment. And I'd also like to get a little bit of health if I can. I'm kind of low on that as we speak. Back over to the east now. Now, this is the area where we can bomb a wall and get another free rupees. Ooh, and there's a couple for us. We've hit the number we need, actually. So bombing this wall here, this will give us another secret rupee chamber. And from here, I'm going to collect those 30. Now, I am up to 251. The most Link's wallet can hold is 255. So there's really very little point in getting any more rupees now. What we want to do is make our way over to the secret shop that sells the blue ring, which is, whoa, lots of fairies there, which is great for damage reduction. The blue ring is a special item that's going to reduce the damage that Link takes by 50%. And that's half to you and me, Russ. If we make our way north here by the lake, kill our way through these stupid Octoroks, avoid those things, and touch this feller right there, reveals a staircase and a secret shop where for 250 rupees we can grab the blue ring. Beautiful. The most expensive item in the game, and it gives us damage reduction of 50% for all the hits we take. Very useful, especially at this point in the game, so that we're not going to take any untimely deaths and just set us back on the timing of what we're doing. Now, right now, what I'm focused on is kind of just getting all of the items that we need for the entire game now, so I can just start blitzing through all of the labyrinth levels when we get there. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to actually take us to another secret rupee chamber. This is going to be another 100 rupee chamber that's going to help us. Here, let me just clear out a few of these guys. Okay. The 100 rupee chamber is over here, and it's this tree right here at the top. Let's go ahead and burn that sucker. And if we dive in here, it's another free 100 rupees. Now, we still need to get a magical shield, which with that 100 rupees, we're going to be able to acquire. I'm also going to quickly grab, since we're right here, quickly grab another free rupee chamber. Let's hop in here. These are just hidden all over the map. Just a free 10. Nothing crazy, nothing to write home about, but it's still something. Every nickel and dime, people! I ain't too proud. Ooh, got a stopwatch. That's nice. That freezes every enemy on the screen. Okay, we're going to make our way up now. Just doing all of our overworld tasks now so that we don't have to worry about them later. I just find it's a little bit easier for me to do this or process this game if I do it kind of in this order. So we have a couple more things to get. Now that we have our 100 rupees, we can go grab our magical shield. And we're going to do so by setting yet another tree on fire, Link the Environmentalist. We're going to set another tree on fire to reveal a hidden shop that gives us a discounted magical shield. And it is right here at the corner of the trees on this screen. If we enter this room, we have a 90 rupee magical shield that we can acquire right here. Now, that is going to help the way that we deflect projectiles. So you can see the Zoras here, they fire something at you. That would hurt me if I didn't have the magical shield, but now I can repel that, which is really nice. Okay, we have one more big item that we need to go get right now before we do anything else by way of underground labyrinths or anything else. Okay? Now, we can wait a little bit on the other items that we need to collect. We still have to get arrows. We still have to get some meat. That's right, meat. And we still have to get, what's the other one? We have to get some life medicine. And we're going to need to save up for some bomb upgrades. But all of that can wait until later. What we want to do now is head up the mountain, up the waterfall, and go to a cave where a man is waiting to give us a good, what I should say is a better sword, the white sword. Now, you can acquire the white sword as soon as you have 5 heart containers. So that's one of the reasons I wanted to go grab all those hidden hearts, because now we are eligible to get a better sword for us, which is going to do twice the damage of our original wooden sword. Master using it, and you can have this. Wonderful. That is the second sword in the game. It is the mid-level sword. A little bit above the wooden sword, but not quite as strong as the magical sword, which you can get at 12 heart containers. Okay, we have gotten our white sword. We have gotten our blue ring. We have acquired our magical shield. And we have acquired, was there anything else? All the heart containers that we've gotten. And we've gotten a bunch of rupees that we've gotten from hidden areas. I think we are ready to progress now to Area 2, to Level 2 in the Underworld Labyrinth section. So that's just kind of the path that I've typically taken when going around the overworld here and needing to get all these things kind of crossed off my list. I've just found it's a little bit easier to do up front rather than trying to piece together as you go through the labyrinth stages. But now we are beelining towards Area 2. That is what we're headed towards. And the easiest way for me to remember is I want to go all the way past the rock where we blew it up and got the heart container, and then I'm just going to go down 1 from here and down 2 from here, and then left 1 from there. That's my way of remembering. And here we are, the entrance to Area 2. What? Kill these blue ones. Now, the blue ones are ones that might contain bombs. There is a rule for how bombs are dropped, but these blue Octoroks are your best chance of acquiring those. Okay, into Area 2. I like to make my way right first in this one. Now, we are going to encounter a lot of these snakes, which I believe their name is the rope snake or something like that. It's kind of neat. Anyway, pretty easy to get after. They're going to dash at you when they're on the same line as you, either horizontally or vertically. So you just be aware of that. Once they're in line with you, they make a beeline for you. So as soon as you're on the same level as them, there they go. All right, once we've gone up a room, we're going to make our way back to the left here, I suppose. We want to clear out this area. This is the moon labyrinth section, and they're all named after the shape that the dungeon takes. So if you look at the original manual, I believe the first one is called Eagle, this one is called Moon, and then they all have different names based on the shape that they take, which is kind of neat. Okay, cleared out this room, got ourselves an extra key, and now we are going to make our way back to the right. There's nothing else for us at this point. I'm going to switch over to, I want to get onto my boomerang because this candle's not going to really help me in here. And this is a castle where you're really not going to need bombs until the end. There are walls that you will be able to bomb as we move through each of these dungeons, and we'll show you what those are. But at this stage, you're not expected to bomb really any rooms to progress through this labyrinth. Okay, we've cleared out those 2 sections, got our compass. We know that the Triforce sits at the north end of this castle. And now, since we have that white sword, these guys are a lot easier to deal with. And we'll clear them out just in case there was something extra for us. Not in that case. And now we'll grab our map. So our boomerang can take out these guys. I like to clear the room of enemies just in case they got either rupees or a key or something like that for us, just to make sure that there's nothing that we can't collect from clearing them out. And you can see the map now in the top left corner. It's pretty clear why they call this the Moon Labyrinth. Okay, got our more rope snakes to deal with here, and we'll draw them at us. That'll be nice. Lots of drops and pretty easy to take them out without taking too much damage, which is nice. Okay, this is a tricky room in this area. This is one where you're going to want to... probably this is the really heavy benefit of having the magical shield where you can block those projectiles, the blue ring where you can take double the damage, and if you clear out those enemies, you get the magical boomerang. This one can fire all the way across the screen instead of the limited range of the boomerang that we had before. Into this room now. These things are pretty slow moving, easy enough to take out. If you have full life, you can just take them out with your extended sword beam that shoots off there. And then let's clear out this room to the right. A couple more bombs for us, which is very nice. And there we go. Nothing for us there. You can bomb the north wall there. It's just kind of pointless to me. Might as well save the bomb and just take the long way. Couple more of these snakes to deal with. Ooh, a stopwatch. That is very nice in a case like this. Can take my time going around and getting all the drops from these lovely snakes. 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 I don't know no snakes. I know I've heard that name snakes before. All right. Used a key because I'm an idiot. Not that I actually need anything in here, but at this point of the game, I'm just kind of making sure that I'm not so good at remembering where all the stuff is that it's not worth it to me to just explore all the rooms just to be sure that I'm not missing something key here. And if you go up here, this is a message that you're going to get about the boss. Dodongo dislikes smoke. So that lets you know that the boss is going to be susceptible to bombs because they produce smoke. Unless you're like me and cooking a frozen pizza in your oven produces smoke. That actually happened not 2 nights ago. A stray pepperoni fell to the bottom of the oven, and it was like a 5 alarm in here. Okay, kill this entire room of enemies. Get yourself an extra bomb, and we are going to switch over to those now as we're ready to encounter Dodongo, the boss. Very simple, this boss. If you can hit him with a bomb and the smoke will stagger him, that's one way to take him out. However, you can also feed him 2 bombs. And they will explode in his stomach, it appears. And doing that twice will take him out. You grab the heart container nice and easy, and we've got our second piece of the Triforce in our possession. Well done. 93 rupees is pretty good. We are going to want to acquire... I suppose we could acquire our arrows next if we chose to. But there are a couple... There's one more area of a big... 100 rupee chamber, the third that we have not acquired to this point, that we may want to go and uncover so that we can grab a few more items for ourselves. That sounds like a good idea to me. Again, going south here, it's going to be right by that area that had the heart container where we bombed the wall. Oh, I forgot I got to do this. Shoot, I always do that wrong. Whatever. Take the long way. Take the scenic route. It's a beautiful walk through the trees. This is the area that we want to be, I believe. Right down here. This screen here, and if we burn that tree, that is the one, the key, that has the 100 rupee chamber. So this is the third 100 rupee chamber that the game contains. There's this one in this hidden tree. There is the one that was in the northeast corner all the way. If you take the false wall... up to the north and all the way to the northeast corner, and then the last one is in the area where we're going to be heading towards level 3, towards the Lost Woods area. There was the tree that we set on fire to get our 100 rupees there. Okay, to head to level 3 now, we have to go all the way back over to the west. We are going to go west of where we started. and make our way back to kind of over to that area where we had acquired the other 100 rupee secret room, but there's a lot more now to explore over there. And all of this, where I'm headed, is all available in the manual in the map. They only kind of left blank a couple of areas in the map. It was the northwest and the northeast that they left completely blank. I'm going to enter this cave just for a moment, just to show you where it is. There is a clue here that lets you know that there is something. Meet the old man at the grave. That's going to be a message that we're going to want to know for later, once we eventually end up in the graveyard. But I wanted to let you know how you would know to end up there, and that is how. All right, if we head north before we head over to those to level 3, there is a shop that's going to sell arrows for us right here. Might as well grab them since we're around. And crazy enough, since I'm here, and you only have to acquire arrows once and then you have them forever, and since I'm here, why not get ourselves some meat? Is it ever a bad time to get meat? I don't think so. All right. We're going to need that well later into the game, probably not until level 7 is where we end up needing that, but we might as well acquire it now since we are there. And it's not going to inhibit us. We still have 54 rupees that we'll be able to spend on other things as needed. And look at that, just acquired 5 more. Now, if at any point that you are running low on health, this area right here is a fairy that will fully restore your health. I don't need it at the moment. Of course I don't. I'm pretty good at the game, you know. But yeah, in case you need it, it's right there. Now, there might be plenty more stops where you can get free rupees. A free 10 rupee, a 30 rupee, this or that, schmoopy rupee. I don't care. At this point, I've gotten enough that I'm going to be able to get through the game and get all the items that I need. At that point, there's no real point in getting more, other than just to rebuy life medicine, basically. Or magical shields if we end up losing. We'll talk about those later. We're into level 3. Let's make our way over to the left and get through this one. So now that we have the white sword, these enemies no longer will split into 2. If you have the wooden sword, they'll split into 2, and then they won't drop any items for you. But if you have the white sword by now, you are able to collect some really nice drops from these enemies. They move slow. They're great for farming. In case you need health or in case you need some money. Look at that. We've already picked up a fair bit here. And we're rolling. Making our way north now. Now, these enemies really suck. The way that they work is they cannot take damage if they're facing you. You have to hit them either from the side or the back. So naturally, hitting them from across the room is way easier. But if I try to hit them head on, you see their shield blocks the attack. So I want to get kind of across the room, but their movements are a little random. So you just got to kind of keep your distance. Eventually you get the rhythm of how to fight them. But in this case, clearing all 3 if you have full life is the easiest way. They're also insusceptible to boomerangs, so not really worth it to waste your effort with that item. Okay, ooh, nice little clear of that. Now we're going to draw those traps out before we unlock this door to the left. We're going to make our way all the way over to the west. Now we have a big room of these suckers. Now there is a way to use bombs on them, but again, they still can't be facing you, I think, or something like that. Like, the bombs don't always do all the damage either. You can kind of see the way that I attack them. You want to start swinging your sword before they get to the square where they're going to turn, and that's the easiest way to attack them. So waiting from behind some of these walls can be a pretty easy way to score some hits on these guys. There we go. And once you've cleared all of them, we're going to make our way down to the bottom. Now, these guys you do not have to clear if you don't want to. There are a ton of them, as you can see, but all we really need to do is make our way to the staircase. That's all that matters in this area. And once we get down there, we're going to get our key item, our third one that we've acquired, because the key item in Stage 2 was really the magical boomerang. There was no underground area to get an item, and we get the raft, which is going to allow us to acquire access level 4, as well as grab a heart container later in the game. Once you're clear of that, we're going to make our way back north. Don't have to kill those enemies in that room. Now we encounter a different enemy we haven't seen. This is the bubble, which are those like ghost-like things bouncing around the screen. And if they hit you, they don't do any damage, but they don't let you swing your sword. You can see I'm pressing the A button and I cannot swing my sword. So I can get hit by those a million times. They won't do any damage, but they do paralyze you from swinging your sword every now and then, which is really annoying in the later levels. Now, when you are paralyzed and can't use your sword, you are still able to use your special items with B. So that is important to note as well. Okay, a room with a couple of locked doors. At least we get a key for our troubles. Let's grab our rupees. And I'm going to make my way north here. And just to clear out and make sure there's nothing up here that I need to get. I'm not sure that this is a required area of this particular labyrinth, but I mean, I figure I come this far. I might as well keep right on going. Yes, we do get a secret message here, or a special message here, that if you're playing this game and haven't gone to the old man on top of the waterfall to get the white sword, you now get a message encouraging you to do so, which is, of course, very valuable as we've seen in this labyrinth. Okay, a couple of keys to get rid of. Get rid of all of them, and it'll open the door back up. We'll listen to this old man again. He's still out here singing his song, letting us know about swords. I do think it's a little interesting he calls the other guy the old man, when he himself looks a bit long in the tooth, shall we say. Straight back south to that main room that we were in, and now we are going to make our way to the right. All right, we've got our map. Good thing, we're almost at the end of the level. But we're going to grab it and make our way to the south. As you can see, we didn't leave any rooms unturned, just to make sure that we got everything. I'm going to sit behind these blocks here and try to score some free hits. Excuse me, it's not working as well as I'd hoped. As you can see, the movement for these guys is just a little bit janky. You know, like they're every now and then they just kind of change directions suddenly, and they're a little bit tough to get rid of. So it takes a little bit of practice, but eventually you'll be able to time out their movements and clear them fairly easily, especially the red ones. The blue ones, they're a little bit tougher when we get there. A few more rupees for our trouble, and now we are making our way to the third boss here. It is like a four-pronged, clammy flower monster. Bombs are the key to this one. Light it up with them. The closer it gets to you, the better chance you have of clearing it out. If you're really lucky, you can take out all 4 appendages with one bomb. That is pretty satisfying. And once you do, the door opens up and we have our third Triforce piece. Very nice victory music that it plays for us. And now we are prepared to move right over to level 4. No reason for us to stop anywhere. We've got 100 rupees, which is very valuable to us at this stage because we are going to want a bomb upgrade at the end of level 5. And having enough rupees for it right now saves us a bit of time from having to do any farming or looking for any more. So, that said, we go up a few screens. The dock is right there. We get to use our newly acquired raft. And just like that, we are in Area 4. Making our way left in the first room of this palace, we've got a bunch of bats to clear out. Now in this palace, we're going to have a lot of bats to clear out. We're going to have a new enemy that kind of operates like those big goobers that normally split into the two smaller enemies, but we had the upgraded sword, so they gave us drops. We've got enemies now in this underground labyrinth that are going to split into 2 bats. I forget what they're called, but they are annoying AF. I gotta tell you, that 3 of them turn into 6 of these bats. Now, I don't know if these give you anything. Nope. So we're gonna make our way over to the right. And then as we move through this dungeon, there are certain rooms that are dark. So firing your candle will light it up. And then switching over to our boomerang is gonna be pretty helpful for dealing with these guys. If you use a sword strike and then immediately use your boomerang after, you can normally clear out the bats pretty well from that. All right, like that, just like that. If you chase your sword strike with a boomerang, normally you can get rid of him pretty easy. Okay, we grabbed our compass from that last room. We know that clearing those does nothing, so let's move our way through here. And it looks like we have another key available to us if we clear. Oh, maybe we get something for clearing the room too. I'm not sure. Nope, nothing there. But moving along swimmingly. Another dark room in front of us. 5 more of these stupid things. Let's fire our candle off, and let's get our boomerang back out. selfishly, I just love having all the items at this point. Or most of the items, I should say. It's so much easier to consider getting through this game when I don't have to worry about acquiring any more rupees, and I can just go through the rest of this. All right, another dark room, another room to switch over to our candle. At least in this case, we have these guys who can give us a few drops, which will be really nice. Okay, key for our troubles. Give me something good. Give me a heart. Heart or a fairy. Let's go. Guy can dream. Okay, back over to our boomerang. Clear those out. I don't know that I need to clear these guys at all. We're just going to go over to the right since there is a gap there we cannot clear. Thankfully, we'll be getting an item that will let us clear it in just a moment. Oh gosh, these stupid bat guys are the worst. They're just annoying. All right. Ah! Angle? Oh, that was pretty slick. Yeah, you can fire that boomerang out at 8 directions, too. So don't be stuck to the north, south, east, west if that's not what you need to get it working. Okay, these are called likes, and they're awful. I don't like them, because what they can do if they get a hold of you... Oh, very nice stopwatch there. If they get a hold of you, they can grab onto you and actually eat your magical shield, and then you will have to rebuy it. So if you can attack them from distance, do so. Use the boomerang as best you can to freeze them where they are. And now that we have gotten to the underground layer here, once clearing that room and pushing the block off to the side, you will acquire the stepladder, which allows Link to cross gaps that are as wide as he is. So in both the overworld and underworld, there's no distinction. So now I could go up here if I wanted to. However, there is nothing I can do when I get to the other side. So I'm going to save you a key, and I'm going to tell you that we'll go look in that room in a moment, but you don't need to spend a key doing so right now. Oh, come on. Now the stepladder takes just a little bit of getting used to. There are times when you step off kind of off halfway through a gap and stuff like that you can only go one direction on it. But you'll get used to it soon enough, and it is a very useful item once you have gotten used to it. Okay, into a new room now. More of these guys that I really don't want to clear, but let's make our way back to the right to this room that was hidden behind the locked door. And if we go this way, yikes, this guy's moving, isn't he? If we go this way, let's light it up with our candle just so we can see what we're looking at. So you can see where you would have been stuck had we opened that with a key. Instead, we save you a key because I really care about you, the gamer, as I play this. And we're going to grab our map here. And now you can see that there is our map. Now, it looks as though there is no room above us. However, Zelda's pretty slick, and if you bomb that north wall, there is a hidden room here where you can acquire 10 free rupees and bomb your way back to the left to get into a boss chamber, or mini boss chamber here. And it's our good friend, the weird clam flower, I suppose. I know he has a different name. I'm calling him Clam Flower. Another old man lets us know to walk into the waterfall, which is good advice if you are not aware of where level 5 is. Because if you walk into the waterfall, there is another person there who lets you know that the path of getting to level 5. And it's nearby, and I will show you after we are done with this dungeon, or this labyrinth, excuse me, how we get into level 5 and why that advice would have been helpful. Meanwhile, making our way back to the east now, traps as soon as you walk in, and then if you fire your candle, you see that you have some blocks that are impeding your way as well. So you got to work your way around those, and then down to the bottom. All right, a room of enemies now that you must clear in order to advance. So we're going to get our boomerang out. That was interesting. Let's go ahead and get these one at a time. There we go. Clear out those bats. There we go. Let's go. Got them all cleared, and once you do, push that left block to the left or push it around, and it opens the door. Now, this boss is a multi-headed dragon, and the best way that I have found to kill it is, especially if you have the blue ring, is to just get up there and spam away, shooting at its, stabbing at its head, and you'll take some damage probably from its projectiles and running into it, but it doesn't have a lot of HP, and if you just spam that area, you get your heart container and another piece of the Triforce. We are up to 4 out of 8. Halfway to collecting the Triforce we need to enter the final dungeon. Okay, now that we have finished Underground Labyrinth number 4, we have a couple of things that we can now do. Number 1, we acquired the raft since we have last made our way over to the East Coast, and we've also acquired the step ladder. And both of those things are going to grant us access to 2 new heart containers that we want to go acquire. And I don't know if you remember earlier in the video, I mentioned that at 5 heart containers, you can acquire the white sword, and at 12 heart containers, you can acquire the magical sword. Well, we're at 10 right now, and we've got 2 more coming because of the items that we just grabbed. So I'm going to make my way over to the east coast of the map and prepare to pick up 2 more heart containers that will give us enough to grab the magical sword before entering Area 5. So this is the last real overworld-like trek that we're going to do, because we're now eligible to grab better items, which is pretty great. Also at 132 rupees, which is nice. We're going to need 100 of them before going into level 5 so that we can get our bomb capacity upgrade that we're going to be needing. Okay, once you make it to the East Ocean here, you can clear these guys if you want to, but really our job is to just follow the coast, and that is going to give you everything you need here. Whoops. There we go. We got some beams. We got some rupees. Everything's going on here. And then if you make your way to the right, another raft dock here. And if you take it, it leads you to a secret area that looks like you'd be entering another underground dungeon. Instead, it is a heart container that you can acquire. Now, at any point, you don't have to get the heart containers that are offered to you. You can always take a life medicine. However, life medicine can be purchased, so there's really no point in ever taking it unless you're trying to fulfill a challenge or something like that. Okay, now down the coast, because we have got the wind in our hair and we've got the tunes on and we just want to drive the coast, baby. That's what we're doing. And if you go down a couple of screens from where you got the last heart container, you see another one just sitting there. And now that you have the step ladder, you can easily acquire it. We're up to 12 heart containers now, which makes us eligible to grab the magical sword. And we are going to do that before we enter Area 5. The magical sword resides all the way back, of course it does, over to the, what is that, west. So we've got to make our way all the way back over there. We'll do it in fairly quick time. It really doesn't take too long to make our way over there, because there is a giant path from east to west that's pretty wide open that allows you to just keep going west once you are on the path. And we are on it. So let's keep rolling. Past this lake, we're about center now. Actually, let's go down one screen and then to the left here. There we go. Back where we bombed earlier. Don't need anything from there now. Take out that Octorok for his own good, grab a rupee. And over this bridge. Now we are going to enter the area of the graveyard, and in order to do that, you've got to make it through the Lost Woods. So once you get into this area of brown trees, there is a section known as the Lost Woods that only has a couple of ways out. You can go in any of the 4 directions, north, south, east, or west, but there is only one way to get out. So if I were to enter it from here, I would enter it from this side, and now you see we are in the Lost Woods. If I go up, it just keeps repeating. If I go down, it just keeps repeating. If I go left, it just keeps repeating. The way to get out of the Lost Woods, if you don't know, is to just go to the right. However, if you know the combination of where to go, you can advance to the left if you follow the following combination. North, west, south, west. There's west. Here's south. There we go. And here's west again. And once you've done that combination, you will get a nice little sound. Hello. And you are moving through. There is a man in a cave who tells you that combination if you give him some rupees. So it's not a secret. You can find it out. And now we are at the graveyard. Now, the graveyard is kind of a cool place, and I'll show you just real quick one thing that you can do in the graveyard that's really sweet. So that guy moving around, He is the boss of all of these spawned ghosts. And he's just going to keep walking around and walking around. Now, you might lose sight of him, but if you keep track of where he is and kill him with all those other ghosts on the screen, look at the loot that you can pick up if you kill him with all those other ghosts on the screen. I mean, you can clean up if you do that over and over. And there are 6 sections in which you can employ that technique. So if you're ever looking for rupees or life or anything else, try that. Now, when you get to the top right section of these graveyards, this gravestone here will push. There is a staircase revealed, and this is where you can acquire the magical sword. This sword does 4 times the damage of the wooden sword. It is the best sword in the game. And now we are fully prepared to go and enter area number 5. To get there, we're actually going to pass right by area number 6, which, if I were to keep going, would be right up the top of these stairs. I'm getting housed here, folks. Not my finest work. But we're going to grab some other items on our way. Whoops. We're going to grab some other items on our way over to area 5. And one of them is right here. This is a special cave, special shop that also sells life medicine. Now, we haven't visited the old woman, but remember, the old man gave us a letter, said show it to the old woman. So we do with the B button, and it reveals that she will sell us life medicine should we want it. I'm not in the mood for it just yet. I'm going to pick it up before I head back to area 6, because I will need it for that underground labyrinth. But for 5, I should be just fine. Now, in this screen here, there is also a secret. Your power bracelet is available to you. If you reveal under this statue right there and clear them out, you see the power bracelet is here. What that does is allows you to push certain mountains that create a series of passageways to teleport you all over the map to different areas. So I don't really rely on it too much while I'm playing through in the way that I go through this game, but if you find that it's helpful to you, you're welcome to use it. And in the spirit of just getting the items that are available in the game, figured what the heck, we're right there, why not grab it? Use the step ladder to go over the river, and now this might look a little familiar. This is where we went and got our white sword originally, but when we went here, we did not have any information as to how to get through the lost kind of mountain here over to the right. Now, in the last castle, they said to walk into the waterfall. I actually have the money for it. Why don't I show you what it looks like? So this lady will reveal to you. It says pay and I'll talk, and if you pay her 20 rupees, it tells you go up, up, up the mountain ahead. So that reveals the path of how you are to ascend this mountain, because this is another area that if you go up, down, or right, the screen just repeats. However, because of her instructions, if you go up repeatedly, eventually it will reveal a new level for us. I think that was 3, and this is 4. And here is area 5. Beautiful. All right, going to make our way to the right to get started in this level. What are we at? 52 minutes? We're doing okay. Like I said, not a speed runner of this game, but I'm hoping to put together at least a respectable run. We're going to take out these losers here. And are they susceptible to bombs? I can't remember. Maybe they are. No, I guess not. Something in the manual said they are susceptible. They don't like loud sounds. Now, that might be because the special item in this labyrinth is a recorder, and that makes a specific sound. But I've tried using it on them. I don't know what that means. So if there is some trick I'm not aware of with those guys, please feel free to let me know in the comments, because I'd like to know what exactly that's supposed to mean. I normally just take them out with my sword because they're really not too tough. All right, a room now of mummies that we're going to take out, as well as one that contains a key. Now, at this point, if I didn't know any better, I would probably just continue going to the right and get this tip about Digdogger, who hates certain kind of sound, another enemy that does not like it when it's loud. I can relate. My kids are insane, and sometimes I get overstimulated when they're a little bit too loud. Now, I can bomb the left wall, but I'm in the interest of trying to show you all of the rooms, I'm going to make my way north here. And you see we're into a room of 3 Dodongos that we have to deal with. I'm just going to run out here because I don't want to get hurt. I'm going to go back in. It's just one of them was chasing me and I got scared. Okay, if we can make our way to the north, though, we are going to be able to easily grab the map right in here. So an easy grab of that one. Now in order to open up the right room, we are going to have to kill all 3 of these guys. Oh, and I just wasted a bomb, so I'm probably not going to be able to do it. Unless one of these drops me a bomb. Oh boy. Yep, it's not going to work. All right, no bombs for us. Let's make our way to the right, and we're going to save one so that we can enter the room differently. Let's use our candle here to light this up. See if we can get some good drops from these guys. I don't think they give you bombs, but we can still get some health and still get some, rupees if we need. We have 1 bomb left, so I'm going to have to enter this room from a different direction. No big deal, just changing the plan slightly. So in this room, you can actually bomb the left wall to get around that little issue that we just faced. It's going to bring us into a room full of mummies. There we go. And one of them does contain a bomb for your use. Maybe we can get another one if we're lucky. Mummies do have a chance to drop bombs on us. All right, not in this case. So we are just going to bomb the left wall again. That room above us will only open if we kill the dodongos in that room that we weren't able to because we didn't have enough bombs. But if we clear that room of the dodongos, it opens up that shut room. All right, remember these guys? The orange ones were a lot slower. These blue ones are way faster and thus way tougher. You've really got to keep your head on a swivel with these guys. Stay to the side, stay frosty, do not get stuck in one spot. You're going to want to just really kind of adjust slightly and get that sword out earlier than when they, right before they enter the square so that you're attacking them from the side. If you don't have the magical sword by now, I really don't. I mean, it takes 4 shots to kill him with the magical sword, with the white sword, and that is a tall task. At least only 2 sword shots on these guys at this point to get rid of them. Once you do, push that left block and you could go down the stairs here to the left. Into a secret passage. Now this is the first one that we've seen that transports us to a different area of the castle, of the labyrinth. I'm going to go south here first and use one of my keys, but I'm going to get it right back if I clear out this area here. Now, no worries about the fact that we don't have a lot of bombs, because once we bomb this right wall, we are going to restock and improve our capacity. There's an old man here that tells us, I bet you'd like to carry more bombs. Have more bombs. Well, you're darn right I would. I'm going to pay you the 100 rupees, you charlatan. And I'm going to take up to 12 bombs now that I can carry, and he restocks them for you, which is pretty great. Now making our way back up to the left through this locked door. We've got another room of these blue fellers to beat. But we have now gotten the rhythm. We got our timing now, but I bet you don't have enough hair on your ass to throw me another one. Well, here comes Parkman. Old number 1, the Terminator. Nah, not Charlie Sheen's best work, but still, fantastic movie. Okay. Get out of there. Keep attacking them from the side, just adjusting slightly every time. Oh boy. Try to give yourself a little bit of distance from them. Like, don't be exactly 1 row away from them. Try to be 1.5 if you can. I find that kind of helps in keeping them from turning. Another way you can help is by hiding behind a block. Let me see if I can draw them out that way. Maybe not. Got him? Go up. Go up, loser. Got him. There we go. Once you've cleared them all, push the block, reveal the staircase, down we go, and we are going to grab ourselves a recorder. That's right, folks. Link is going to play some hot cross buns for us, just like every 3rd grader that we know and love. You know what I mean? All right. Key item for us. It's actually a very nice item for us to use not only here, but in the overworld, which allows you to teleport between areas and levels that you've already completed. So a couple different ways now between the power bracelet and the recorder to teleport around the overworld map. Certainly can't be bad to have extra ways to move around, you know? These guys respawn, but I am not interested. You know what I mean? Not buying what you guys are selling. If you could just point me to the exit, that'd be dynamite. There we go. Dynamite bump. Get what I said there? Okay. Now another room of mummies. I am going to clear these guys out because they're pretty good for drops and they're pretty easy to take care of. Of course, I'm getting No drops. Oh, I got 1 rupee. Thank you. Thank you for your service. Okay. One more room of a couple mummies out here as well that we can clear out and maybe get a good drop. Like, at some point, will someone give me a heart? No, of course not. Why would they do that? That'd be helpful. Now we've got 2 Dodongos left to kill. We did clear out one of them earlier. Oh, of course he frickin' moves. All right, there's one. Fed one of them. There we go. Oh, man. I can't believe how much trouble I'm having just feeding bombs to these rhinoceroses. Rhinoceri? I suppose so. Once you kill all 3, it'll reveal the room to the left. I'm only going over here because there is a key if I clear these enemies here. And since they are 100 rupees apiece, and I'm not interested in not having enough, I'm just going to grab it real quick. And now we can make our way over to the right and continue the rest of this labyrinth. Okay. Oops. Walked right into the fire. Good idea. Good fire safety there, Link. Clear out these enemies. Again, absolutely no health help at all. Just none. Another room. Hey, we got a heart! It's the first time in forever. For the first time in... I'm not going to do that. Okay. Clear out the room, get another set, another key. Now, over to the left is where we got the map. There's nothing for us in that room, so we're going to make our way north. And now we've got 3 of these fellers to take care of. Now, the nice thing with the step ladder, if you just get over and cross over where they cannot walk, you're in a completely safe area and can take them out easily. And then you get your compass to show where the Triforce is located. Up here to the north, again, fire off your candle. Now you've got yourself the light to be able to see the assortment of enemies that you must take out in this room. I say must, but you don't really have to. I just prefer to. Because if I'm not going to actually fight the enemies I'm here for, like, what am I doing, right? We're here to fight enemies. Why not? Use the key to move through to the left. A room of mummies here now to take care of. I know they're not actually called mummies, but they certainly are mummies. I know they have, like, some cool Zelda-y name. But anyway, I'm calling them mummies. Get yourself a key by clearing all of them. Move over to the left. Now, another dead giveaway that there is... I gotta get out of here. I don't want to be on the top here. Yeah, I want to be down on the bottom because these things jump and they stink. Okay. And when they jump, you don't want them to jump and hurt you. So you want to be kind of on the bottom section here, positioning all of them. Hang on. There we go. Push up into this block here, and then when they land in the middle, you can get a sword swipe on them. There we go. I'm almost dead here. This is no good. Let's see if I can get some health here from these things. There we go. All right. Good thing that Dig Dogger is really not too tough. When you see like a single solitary room that's isolated like that on the map, typically you can bomb into it from some direction. It happens to be from the north here. And this old man tells you that secret power is said to be in the arrow. Now, I don't know if that's alluding to the power of the arrow against Ganon, which is the weapon we're eventually going to have to use to take him out. It's possible, I suppose. Now we're at Dig Dogger. Let's use our recorder and make sure we make his life terrible. We pick up a heart container after using the recorder to shrink him, and then 2 stabs with the magical sword will do it. Now, I'm just doing this because, well, I'm a sucker for punishment and also want to show you that there's nothing of use in this room, other than a couple of mummies that can ruin your day if you're not careful. I did get a few bombs. I suppose that's nice. There we go. Hey, a heart. That was nice. We're going to get our whole life filled up anyway, but if you clear all the mummies, it opens it back up. So no reason to go down to the bottom there, other than I was just showing you that there's nothing there. Grab our 5th Triforce piece. It's going to fill our life meter again. And we are prepped to head to Area 6. Full life meter. And off we go. Beautiful. Now, since we have the recorder, I might as well model for you what it does. If you fire it off, a tornado comes and sweeps you away. Now, it took me to Area 5 first, but then it's going to cycle through and take us to Level 1, Level 2, Level 3, Level 4, Level 5, and so on. So this is just a nice, easy way to kind of teleport around the map. And I'm actually going to use the teleportation to Area 3 as where I stop and utilize it basically. Because now I'm over here on the lower left part of the map. And I suppose if I want to, I could just go to the Lost Woods, make my way to the graveyard, and then up to Area 6. So that's what I'm going to do. Probably not the fastest, but who cares? Beautiful theme. The one that we have all come to know and love. That overworld theme. Okay, remember our Lost Woods password, for lack of a better term. It is northwest, southwest. So there's northwest, there's south, and one more over here. Get our cool little music for doing so. Quickly make our way around those enemies and up this ladder to get to the graveyard. And we're going to head right and up. Again, if you need to farm for any rupees or any kind, you can use that trick that we showed earlier. Now, I'm going to actually pass this by one screen because I want to go buy life medicine for this this labyrinth. I don't have the most success when going through this one, and it would probably do well to have it on hand. So, life medicine, real quick, if you buy the 40 rupee kind, it will restore your life once. If you buy the 68 rupee kind, the red one, it will restore your full life twice. So it's your best value if you're going to purchase it. And it is 68 rupees whenever you encounter said life medicine lady. Okay, moving on to level 6. As we are now sniffing the end of this game, we're going to make our way to the right first. Now that we have the magical sword, we are going to be able to take out enemies a little bit easier, as well as now facing a couple of new ones that we haven't seen. These are the Wizrobes, and they are kind of annoying. Now, if you have a magical shield, you can reflect their magic, but the orange variety kind of pop up. They disappear and reappear and fire one projectile at you. So just stay out of the way and stab at them once that's moved. Aim at the eyes of Goma. Well, eyes is fairly generous. It looks as though, from my remembrance, Goma only has one eye, but we will file that information away as we will need it later in this dungeon. Okay, over to the left now, we'll use our reserve of keys that we have built up over the previous dungeons. Ooh, that was very nice, wasn't it? We killed the boss, the little mini boss of all of those Wizrobes, and all of them were vanquished, which was pretty helpful. Now, the blue variety of Wizrobes are a lot tougher. They are going to require 3 hits from the sword, as well as they move around the screen quite a bit. So very helpful to have a lot of health on hand and kind of worry about taking them out according to their pattern that you start to get used to, much like we did those stabbing enemies earlier. Straight north here, don't need to do any bombing of any kind. We're going to make our way up, and this is where we're going to encounter our first set of Wizrobes. Now, we also have to worry about these likes. They have the ability to take our magical shield from us, and I don't want that to happen at all. So you have to watch out for that bubble. Look at that, dude. They're getting on me, man. I don't like it. Let's take out these orange ones first. Yep, just get a stab in whenever you can. Good, one of them out. Okay, bubble wants to hit me, that's fine. Doesn't hurt me at all. I'm going to stay away from these Wizrobes. Get away from me, dude. Try to sneak in a shot on the like, man. Get them out of there. You don't want them around. At all. Especially with that bubble around, because that sucker can render you useless. Alright, quick shot on the Wizrobe. Love that. Good. Like gone. Alright, now we're feeling good. Very nice job clearing that room, and once you do, you got to make your way to the north. Now, in this room, it's a little bit easier. Here's what I like to do. Wait up here at the, bridged against this this block here, and just kind of move around, baiting in these blue Wizrobes to attack you here. Oh, that was nice. Give me that fairy, baby. Come here, stupid. There we go. There we go. Clear out the blue ones, and now we're just waiting on that orange guy. There we are. Now, you don't even have to clear that room, but I took it personally, and I wanted to, so I did. Mini boss here. Remember what we're going to do here is just go and spam stabs on the dragon heads. All right, you should be able to get close and get a few shots in. Not going to take too much damage from getting up there. And now we have made our way up to the really a key room here. Now, this dungeon has the likes here we want to take out. This dungeon has kind of a decoy here. So you can see over to the right, it looks as though you're going to really need to press right and try to move that way to get to the Triforce piece. It's actually not where you need to go. So we're going to cover that in just a second. Oh, I'm getting housed by these whiz robes here. Got myself a stopwatch. That was huge. Going to freeze all these guys until they're gone. That was super fortunate. Gotta love that. Once you've cleared out everybody, push that block, reveal the staircase, and we're going to get another key item. It is going to be the, I think they call it the magic stick or magic something. It's a wand. It's a wizard's wand. And what it does is it allows you, it's going to attack at level 2, which is the same as like the white sword, but it's going to allow you, it's valuable because it will allow you to attack across the screen, and if you get hit by a bubble, it doesn't stop you from attacking. So it's kind of nice that you can fire that projectile across the screen whether you have full health or not. Now, we technically want to go south here, but I'm going to go to the right to try to show you the remainder of what this dungeon has available to you, because there is actually a clue that would be revealed if we made our way over here. So let's avoid those whiz robes for a moment. Now, this is a perfect opportunity to use that wand to take out these likes, because if you hit them from distance, first of all, it's safe that you hit them from distance so that they don't get close to taking your shield. And second, if you get hit by those bubbles, doesn't matter, because you can still use your items when you're hit by a bubble, just not your sword. Okay, wow, that's a lot. Now let's see what happens when you use the other guy's brake pads. Nope, not the arrow. Want to go to the candle. Let's light that up first so I know what I'm looking at. Okay. Try to get myself a couple of things here. Beautiful. Clear them out just to make life a little easier. Got a heart out of it. Not too bad. Okay. Another room where we got to clear everything out in order to open it. And this is the part that's really devious here, because they make you think that you're really pressing in and getting close to the Triforce piece when in fact you couldn't be further from it, which is kind of annoying. Now I'm going to use my wand to take out these likes. All right, they're gone, which is a great stressor off of my life there. And now I'm going to make my way north, and sure enough, you run into a dead end, but an old man that tells you that there are secrets where fairies don't live. The reason that's important is because there is an area near the Lost Woods that reveals where level 7 is, and it is a pond that looks very much like a fairy's pond that I showed you earlier. Well, that is kind of a clue to let you know that there is something there that you need to do in order to reveal a secret. Now, that is also noted on the map that you get in the manual. That there is something in that area. So, a couple of ways to decode that one that were discernible to... Okay, let's go. Discernible to the average game player. Sorry, it is very hard to commentate and do this at the same time. Don't actually have to clear that room if you don't want to. Again, it's a personal thing with me. I just don't like their smug look and their complicated shoes. So I decided to I killed all of them, and not just the men, the women and the children. Okay. Oh crap! Get rid of it. All right, if you are unlucky enough to get hit by a like, just start stabbing if you're able to. It is the quickest way to get rid of it. I managed to kill it before it took my shield from me, which is very fortunate because it is not fun going back and getting those. Okay, also costs you an extra 90 rupees that you really don't want to have to spend. All right, got rid of that one. Let's get rid of this one. All right, here we go. Use my wand to get rid of some of these guys. There we go. You're really being annoying right now. You can almost use that same technique that we used on those stabbing knights to like hit them from the side there. Makes it a little bit easier. Then once you've cleared all the enemies, reveal the secret passageway, and now we are making our way towards the boss, which was mentioned earlier as Goma. Another room where we've got likes, and these guys, you can use the wand for all of them. Ooh, a little stopwatch. Certainly love that. Now I don't have to worry as much about these things taking my shield. Boy, we really didn't need the medicine that I claimed I was going to. Which, we're going to take that as a win. Maybe I'm getting better at this game. Stab these guys. Get yourself a free key. We're still at the point where we can use those, so you don't want to just let those pass without getting them. There is absolutely nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, to the bottom of this level, so we're not going to worry about it. We're just going to move through the locked door at the top, and now we reveal Goma. Guys, you're not going to believe how tough this boss is. Shoot it in the air. Shoot it in the eye with an arrow. Oh, well, I missed. I went ahead and talked smack. It's going to open its shield again. If you hit it directly in the eye, it goes away with one arrow. And you can collect your heart container, and we now have our 6th piece of Triforce. Hour and 15 in, we are getting there. 7, 8, and 9 left to go. We've gotten all of the items that we're going to need. We have the meat that we were going to need to access Area 7. So I think we are just on our way back down to what we need. We didn't use any life medicine there, which was a very nice get. That means that we don't have to rebuy anything. And level 7 a bit easier than level 6 in my opinion. The enemies are a little bit easier to deal with. So I think we are... excuse me. I think that we are in good position now to get to level 7. Oh, man. I'm not sure if anyone's watching. Now, I'm recording this actually on a day of Monday Night Football. So for those of you watching this, it's airing in January of 2025, but I'm recording it kind of in the middle of December of 2024, and I've got a friend in a fantasy football battle, and my phone is blowing up. I think he was favored, and it looks like he's now going to lose, and it is hilarious to watch how upset he gets. Okay, once we make it here, now this is the area where fairies don't live. If you blow the recorder here, it will drain the lake and reveal a staircase. And we are into level 7. Kind of a neat thing. Again, the game is good. I don't want to at all represent that I think the game is in any way bad. I think it's a very good game. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it was, for its time, I could definitely see being the best for its time. I just cannot get there as this being the best game on the NES right now. I can still think of 10 or so probably that I would prefer over this one. Again, not to say it's a bad game. It's just one that, as I'm playing this, I kind of go, all right, another dungeon. Great. Like, this isn't my style of... Like, the Guardian Legend was a game where that shoot-'em-up style in the different areas and the different areas to look through and everything like that, that had some depth to it that, like, holy cow, that put me on my ass a little bit. This game is... I mean, it's 86, right? It's incredible. The sequels that it spawned, incredible. I can't give credit to this game for the sequels it spawned, though, right? Like, those go to the sequels. There's a secret in the tip of the nose. Sounds like a boogie. Off to the right here, let's clear out this area as well. Now, we are going to have a couple of dig doggers to get through. Thankfully, they're pretty easy to clear, as we saw in level 5. Just a couple of stabs with our sword after shrinking it with the recorder, and you can move through nice and easy. And if you make your way over here to the right, you can clear out a couple of these skeletons. I still can't remember their stupid name off the top of my head. I want to say Stavros. It's not. Anyway, yeah, we're going to take them out. They make appearances in several Legend of Zelda games after this. Maybe all of them, I don't know. The original enemy. Kind of neat. Okay, we've gone all the way over to the right-hand side now. Let's go ahead and light this up and see if we can make our way. I think we can bomb this north wall. Yeah, we can. But we're going to loop around and see that again in a moment. So just to let you know that the option exists. Okay, more of these guys. You can take them out from distance. Oh, this is a perfect opportunity for your wand as well. If you don't have full life, you can just start firing this thing off like crazy to take them out. And it's just 3 shots to do so. It's 2 with your sword, but really, these guys are ripe for the picking. They give you bombs, which is probably a good indicator that you got a bomb over. So we're going to do that, and sure enough, reveals that we've got something over here. We're going to take out these keys, grab another bomb. Oh, crud. I don't have enough rupees to get the bomb upgrade that I need in this palace. Okay, well, we can come back for it if we need to. If we make our way north, we get to a room of Dodongos, and up above this room of Dodongos is where the bomb upgrade is. So I would be able to... Oh, look at that. I managed to clear them out. I would be able to get my bomb upgrade if I had 100 rupees. However, I do not right now, so I'm going to go ahead and work through the rest of the palace. It's possible I could earn them in that amount of time, because there are a lot of these enemies left to be killed, and we only need 30. It's not the craziest total that we have to get. So let's try it. Making our way over here. We're going to just clear out every room and see what we can get. There is the bombed area that we had before. And if we clear out all the enemies in this area, we're going to get ourselves a compass and another rupee. 71. I would really love to get there before it's over. Let's see. All right, back to the left. Got our compass. We're going to grab our map eventually, but we're going to go north here. More enemies that we can clear. Oh, boy. Yeah, perfect opportunity now that we have those bubbles on here to use our wand to take them out. Whoop. And, of course, absolutely no love when it comes to drops for rupees, because we need them now. There are a couple of more areas that I can grab them from the overworld. I wasn't particularly looking forward to doing that, but we also could go over to the cemetery and farm there for like 2 seconds and get enough. I probably should have done that before I came in here. But it's a very easy backtrack if I have to go back and do it. Oops. Not what I wanted. But a very nice song nonetheless. Alright. Got ourselves enough here to clear out this area. We have plenty of keys. Oh, there's a 5 rupee. That'll help us. Only 23 more. Maybe we can get there. All right, now we've entered an area where there is just a monster here that says grumble, grumble, and you cannot pass him, and if you try to stab him, this thing shoots at you. So what we need to do is feed him the monster bait. And once we do, we can pass effortlessly. Now we can enter and get the map that we need, and from here, we're going to reveal what's in this room. It's kind of a hot mess. A bunch of bats flying around, a couple of these guys. Ooh, another 5-piece. We're close, guys. And we can now, I believe we can bomb up to get another secret in this area. Let's see. Yes, we can. That corner of the map, another 10 rupees. Only need 8 more. I think we're going to make our way there in just a moment. Maybe we'll get it on the way out. Okay. Make our way over. We can see the outline enough. There's nothing in there that hurts us, so we don't need the candle. Moving over here to the right, another room full of enemies, but ripe for the picking when it comes to the types of things that we need. Now the rupees that we want. Now we need to clear this room of enemies if we want to open the door, which we do. And we're going to get our hearts here as well. And moving up to this room, where again we're going to want to clear the room of all the enemies, but it is starting to get a little bit easier, right? This magical sword does some work for us, and if we don't have to push that, that's right. Not in this room. Make our way over to the right. Oh my gosh, another room with keys that we have to... Oh, that's right. We didn't need to come over here. This is the decoy, which got me again, despite how much I've played this game. So if you go over here, you would think that this is where you have to go. Perhaps you would need to bomb down, right? Perhaps you would need to bomb right. No, both of those don't work. So you have to make your way back. We need to bomb into that gap room on the map from the left over to the right. So let's go over here, and this is where we bomb right to get into that hidden room. And once we do, we're got ourselves a bunch of enemies in here that need to be cleared that we can do so pretty easily. Oop. Is that it? Did we make it? We did. We picked up our rupees. We picked up our bombs. We cleared every enemy, so now we can push this block, follow the staircase, and we are going to pick up the red candle for our trouble. Now, the red candle is just like the blue candle, except you can fire it multiple times on the same screen and it doesn't run out. So, as opposed to the blue candle where you had to fire it just in the one spot you wanted to, this is the item that allows you to basically just go completely against Smokey the Bear on the overworld and just set every tree ablaze to try to find every secret on the overworld map. That's really the main functional purpose for it. Other than that, it doesn't do any additional damage or anything than the blue candle. It's just a little bit nicer to be able to use multiple times in a room. Okay, gonna clear this room of all the enemies again, just because I enjoy it at this point. Now, I'm gonna make my way north. I'm just clearing out the rest of the rooms to show you what they look like. There's not too much up here that we need. In fact, there might not be anything up here we need, other than just to grab perhaps some more rupees, which don't hurt because we might want some life medicine if we end up using it. We might have to rebuy it. So still some purpose to getting some rupees at this point. Might as well try. Now, it did say there's a secret in the tip of the nose. If you remember, if you look at the shape of this map, and if I remember the name of it, it might actually have a name that coincides with being a face. And that is the idea, is that the tip of the nose, which is where we are headed, if we go up here and to the right, skip right by these Dodongai. That's plural for Dodongos, by the way. And we will make it over to the tip of the nose and find what the secret is. A couple of these wall masters to deal with. I'm going to grab my wand just to make sure that I can take them out easily enough and not be dragged back to the beginning of the dungeon because of these stupid bubbles. Grabbing the stopwatch, which was nice. Now we can push this block here over to the left and take the secret passage to get to the boss. Boss is very familiar in this level. Now, you don't have to clear these guys out. I'm going to choose to because it's just so satisfying at this point. They're very weak and they're very slow and they're very dumb, and I like killing them. Okay, and once we've done that, we're going to bomb over to the right-hand wall to face the boss. The boss here, same as boss in level 1, and it's a lot easier because you're a lot stronger. 2 shots. That's right, 2 shots to the face, and down goes Unicorn Dragon Dinosaur Man. 7 pieces of Triforce. Let's go. Only one more level to go through before we can enter Ganon's lair. Okay, we have we need to go back in and get our bomb upgrade. Technically, you don't need it. It's an optional thing, but since we're here, let's go ahead and get it. I forgot to go back in and grab it when I was in there. So let's do that real quick. Easy enough to get to. It's only about 4 rooms away. And many of these guys we don't have to kill anymore because we've already opened the path to get there. Up here, the room that we never keyed into, this is where we get our bomb upgrade. Beautiful. Now we can carry 16 bombs, and for any of you that have played through this game, you know that having bombs in the last level, if you don't know where you're going, it's like gold. Oh, wait a minute. I don't want to go here. I want to go over to the right. Because there are so many passages and so many different ways that you have the opportunity to go. And if you don't know where you're going, you're going to end up bombing every false wall, every wall that you possibly can, not entirely sure where you're supposed to go. Okay, we have full life medicine. We have full everything, really. We're just looking to get to level 8 now. Level 8 is all the way back over in the southeast corner of the map. We'll make our way over there. We're going to also see if we can't save for one more life medicine in case we end up using some in the pursuit of finishing level 8. So as I go through, I might kill a few enemies trying to do that. Excuse me. Let's go. Fairies don't help me. Now I need rupees. All the way over back to the right. going back to that area that I've crossed a few times in our travels so far, we ended up opening level 8 by burning a suspicious-looking tree that was blocking our path. It's like the one tree that actually makes sense to burn. I think there's like, maybe there's one in here. I have no idea. But like, who's going to... I'm not spending time burning all those trees. I'm not spending time burning all these trees. Like, I've got enough rupees. I'm good. And that's all that there is in there anyway. There are no more heart containers. No more any key items that you can really improve your chances of winning here. It's really all just money. And isn't there more to life than money, really? I mean, maybe. I'm asking. Is there? No, I'm sorry. Okay. Let's go up. Oh, the wrong way. Again. I keep doing this the wrong way. Up and around. Gotta take this one. I've done that wrong 3-4 times already. Nice work, Nate. There we go. And now we go to the staircase that reveals Area 8. I want to make my way to the right first. I believe there is a key in here for us to grab. Yes, there is, and it's a fairly easy one. Let's use our candle. And we will also use our wand since we have those bubbles out now. And we'll take these things out. Get our key. Oh, we got a stopwatch too. It's kind of nice. Nothing really here that we want to get other than that key. Now we're going to end up getting an item that's going to give us infinite keys here, but in order to get there, got to have a few keys. Make my way to the left. I'm going to try to clear out the rooms in this area, or in this castle as well, this labyrinth as well. And we're going to clear out this enemy here again. Ooh, that was very convenient. Snag our 5 rupees and move over to the left. If we get to this room, we're going to have to clear a variety of enemies, including these blue freaking guys, man. They are super annoying. Now, thankfully, since we've last faced these orange fellers, they are only one shot away from getting killed by us, so that's kind of nice. Once you clear the room of enemies, push the block to the left, you're going to enter the downstairs passageway, and now you're going to get the Book of Spells, which basically upgrades your wizard's wand here to creating fire after it hits an enemy, which is kind of neat. Also lighting up a room if you choose to do that as well. Okay, we have gotten the first key item in this level. Now we're going to make our way back to the right, easily blocking those projectiles with our shield. We've gone left, we've gone right. Only one way to go, but up. And now I'm going to use my cool wizard wand. Or my sword, I guess. I'd use any of it. Can I? Oh, I'm dying here. There we go. Whatever. Could have used a bomb. Doesn't really matter. What we do want to do is bomb the north wall here. That's going to let us out of that room and into the next one that we have to get into. Now, this room stinks. You got to clear this room a couple of times. There's really no easy way to do it. You got 5 or 6 of these stupid things that you got to clear. You just got to be sharp, man. There's no real like easy way to do this one other than to just be sharp about it. You know, really don't get greedy trying to clear them with multiple shots at a time. These guys are annoying for a reason. They have very janky and weird movement. I actually did that pretty darn well. And I'm going to make my way to the left here. This is... Some people watching this might go, what the heck are you going left for? I just want to kind of reveal the rest of what's in here is all. That's the reason for it. Okay, let's go ahead and hit that thing to give us our fire that we needed. And we're going to clear this guy. Clear out that. Get our key. One jump. Get him out. Beautiful. Let's make our way over here to the left. Clear this out first. One more key for our trouble. All right, we should have plenty of keys now to get to where we need to be. Going to go up here to clear this room. Oh, and we know how to do this one. It is Goma. The second Goma. Goma Pile. Just going to keep hitting you with projectiles when she opens up. Oh my gosh, I stink. Costs you a rupee every time you fire an arrow, so me just completely abandoning all of my budgeting. But did manage to get 3 shots in on the eye there, and if you go up here, it's going to give you... Spectacle Rock is an entrance to death, so it lets you know a little bit of a secret about where you have to go next. And now if I move over here to the right, I have entered another area that was hidden by a door, or a locked door, I believe. Oh boy. Oh darn. Oh darn. Oh, that's no good. Would rather just push right into the bubble than take a shot from any of these other enemies. Okay, one more of you. One more of you, dork. Oh, come on. Alright, here we go. Come here. There's one. There's 2. Finally. Thought it would be something good. I guess not. Alright. We are going to make our way over to the right, I think. No, we're going to go up. Oh, crap. Let's go up first. We'll make our way into the other rooms on the way back. Okay. There is stuff for us in the room on the right. However, we want to bomb the north wall and just get out of here first. The room on the right is where we're actually going to go to finish this level. Ooh, what a great bomb that was. But we want to go up first because we've got another key item we want to grab, and to do that we have to kill Goma again. Now this is an optional item that I'm about to grab. Oh my gosh. Just not good. Oh, come on. One shot. I still need 2 more on this bonehead. Oh, 2? Alright. Getting close on the life medicine here. There's 3. There we go. Oh, give me that fairy. Come here! Thank you. Goodness. Alright, let's see what's up here first. I can't remember exactly if there's anything I need in here. Looks like no. Oh, stopwatch. Be good to me. Give me some drops here, guys. A couple of bombs. I suppose that's nice. Bomb over this way, just to see what's cooking. Come on. Stupid weird bunnies. I'm trying to think, was there anything else that I needed to bomb in these areas? I can't remember. This obviously leads us to another area of the map that is not represented on the map. And it's more rupees for us. Not the worst thing in the world, considering that we do want to make sure that we have enough to get another life medicine should we need it. So there you go. You have that for your consideration as well. All right, we're going to make our way over to the right now. This is where we're actually going to get the key item that we need. Another staircase revealed. More of these losers that we have to get rid of. But by now you should... Oh, what a drop that was. Absolutely beautiful. And sometimes you can get it where those knight guys are kind of captured in the middle of the screen, which is kind of a nice method to clearing them easily. Got a fairy, got a bomb. This is a charmed run, this one. All right, we're going to grab the magic key. That is going to allow us to open every locked door now without having keys, which is beautiful because we're going to need that big time if you were wandering around Spectacle Rock when we get to the end of the game. Okay, now we have to make our way to the boss. Do we have a compass? We don't even have that yet. Oh, we didn't get it yet. Do I want to get it? I don't know if I care about getting it. I don't care about getting it. We're going to kill these guys, and we're going to go to the boss. I know where the boss is, and you're going to know too in just a moment. Alright. Got to clear this whole room of these guys. Not the most fun. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Might need our life medicine here if it stays, you know, if it stays tough for us. There's one. There's one. Just go with the flow here, guys. Don't try to make it happen. Don't try to make fetch happen. Okay, Gretchen. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. There we go. Cleared him out. Going to go over to the right. Don't have to clear out this room at all. We just have to make our way to the staircase, which we are going to do here when the opportunity presents itself, which it did, kind of. Getting hit by those things does not matter in the least to us if we get hit by the bubbles, because it just means we can't wield our sword, and who cares if we're just taking the stairs. Okay, now to this area here. We're going to clear out these enemies again. I'm trying to think if there is an easy way to do it. I don't think so. I think we just gotta, I mean, there probably is. You can let me know in the comments. I like to push up to the, like the top part of, oh, give me that. The top part of this brick here, and kind of wait and stab those out as they jump back and forth between. You know, moving around a little bit. This one's just stuck. Oh, there we go. Got ourselves a nice little stopwatch. Don't need to get the key because we already have infinite keys now that we have grabbed the magic key. Let's go ahead and light up this room like the 4th of July. Don't need a key. Don't need any of it. Just go north. It's all pointless. This guy says 10th enemy has the bomb. What he's telling you is that every 10 enemies that you kill, if you kill an eligible enemy and that enemy is ready to give you a drop, they will automatically give you a bomb. Kind of an interesting mechanic there. Okay, you know what to do here. Just stab the hell out of them. You might lose a little bit of health, but it's all for the glory of Link. Let's go, Link. There we go. Finally got there. Had enough health to get through, get our last heart container. We have our full 16. We have finished the 8 levels, got our 8 pieces of the Triforce. We are now ready to go and take on Ganon. So, hour and 41 in. It's not the best run, I'm sure, of this game, but hopefully at this point you're looking and seeing exactly how you can get through all 8 levels and get all of the items that are going to help you do that. I don't know. Selfishly, I hope it helps you. Okay, now what we can do, if we choose, rather than sitting here and walking a million paces to get there, why don't we just get whisked away? And this has taken us, it looks like, to number 2. Don't want to really be there. I think the nearest one to it might be castle number 5. Or, excuse me, labyrinth number 5. So this is number 3. Let's go ahead and get whisked away again. And one more toot of the whistle. And it should bring us pretty darn close. Okay, this'll do. You could also go to number 6. They're both fairly close. All right, we are going to make our way to the left now, get all the way back across the waterfall, and then go up the ladder we have not gone yet, which is, ooh, I like that. I like you. How do you do, Miss Fairy Lady? Thank you very much. Over to Ganon. Well, Spectacle Rock. Ganon's still a little bit away. We have 2 more items that we're going to grab while we are in Spectacle Rock. One of them is optional. One of them is mandatory. The optional item is the red ring. That's going to cut the damage that we take in even more. We are currently taking 50% damage. The red ring will move us to taking 75% less damage, which is great for what we want. And here we are, Spectacle Rock. This is what we've been waiting for, folks. It is the last level. And over here on the left, if you bomb this, whoops, not that. If you bomb this rock right here, you reveal the final level, level 9. Level 9 has a ton of crap in it, okay? You're going to need to bomb a ton of crap. You're going to need to do a whole lot of crap in here, but follow my path, and I'll try to lead you as best I can through in an efficient way. Go north immediately. Now, if you don't have all of the Triforce pieces, you just can't pass through there before you have all of them. So you cannot play this room until you are done with level 8. Bomb the left wall in this room to move us through to the first staircase we're going to need to take. And to clear these enemies, I like to use my now upgraded wand from across the way here. and just kind of fire it away. Let the fire get them. It's pretty nice to get them from distance. And you can push this block and enter the first of several secret passages that will be taken. All right, down here now. And the next job we have is to get all these likes out of here. So I like taking them out still with the wand from distance. Now I have full life. Technically I could fire that. But the wand fires a little bit faster and can fire, it can kind of fire through, I guess the extended blade also fires through. It's just a little bit slower. You can have multiple wand projectiles on the screen at one time, it seems. And they go a little faster. Once you're done clearing them, move to the right. And since you have your wand out, it's kind of nice that you can just fire that thing away. Now, do I need to bomb down there? I don't know if I do. I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't think I do. I think what I got to do is take this thing out. This is called Patra or Petra. Not Petra. Petra was a cool band that if you were into the Christian rock scene at any point, you heard about Petra. My man, Ozark Empire, knows about Petra. And it's beyond belief. Gotta tell you. Any of you that get that reference is fantastic, by the way. Okay, you can clear out Patra here, and then we are going to go to the north room. Am I going the right way? I don't think I'm going the right way. Hang on. Do I want to go south here first? Yes, I do. The room with all these. Yes, and I want to bomb the right wall here. This is the important part that we can't miss. We got to make our way to the right first because we have to go get the red ring. Over here in this room, again, this is the Patra we want to kill, or the Petra, or the beyond belief we want to take care of. Okay? If you have the extended sword, it's going to help you here while you take out the mini, the mini flies. I don't know what they are. Come on, get one. There we go. Got it. Perfect. Taking them out from distance is the way. Get the map and then bomb north. All right, so you see that now we're in Skull Rock. It's the reason that it sounds that way. Now, you don't have to do anything here. All you got to do is bomb north again. Stay out of the way of the likes. You don't want to lose your magical shield because there are lots of whiz robes that you're going to have to deal with, like in this room. There are lots of them. I think I'm going to just take care of it with... I got to get rid of those. Oh, give me that stopwatch. Man, we've had some really good drop luck today. But taking out those orange ones is always the way I prefer to do this first. And then we're going to hop into the stairwell and grab our red ring. Like I said, this is going to reduce the damage that we take even more. We're now reduced to 75% less damage than normal, which is huge for this underground, or this dungeon. So, making our way completely past all of these losers. We don't want to touch them. We don't want to face them. And now we're going to go back to where I was debating going earlier, which is back up top, and we are going to go past where we fought that Patra earlier. Right here. Now that we've cleared him, it makes it a little bit easier. We go into this room, and the old man tells us to go into the next room. Well, that's easy enough. We've got explosives. Let's do it. In this room, you will have to clear the enemies again before we can take the secret passage. So again, the orange whiz robes tend to be the easiest ones to clear first, and then you can focus solely on the patterns of the blue ones. Oh, that's nice. If you get halfway between those tiles, many times you can hit the blue whiz robes without them firing back at you, which is ideal. Another secret passage to take. We are getting close now. Making our way up here, clearing out the bats. We only have 2 rooms to go through here. This is a nice little room to restock some things. Hopefully get some life drops if you're lucky. Obviously, I'm not, so I don't get those here. We're going to make our way immediately to the right. Don't have to clear any of the enemies in this room, but in this one you will have to again. Now, we got some fast dudes in here that can eat you up if you're not... Oh, come on. I hit down instead of right. Can eat you up if you're not quick about it. But we're going to go ahead and keep firing off our Wizard's Wand at them. I say Wizard's Wand like it's Dragon Warrior 2. It's not. It's just the magic stick, or whatever they call it. Another secret passage that we are going to take here. Now, we have one more item that we have to get. We have to get an upgrade for our arrows from regular arrows to silver arrows, and that is what we're going to do right in this room. Now, we have to take out this enemy as well, and you can't do it with your wizard's wand here. So you got to kind of get in the circle where these things are rotating, and just get to the outer rim of it and just fire that sword. And hopefully, if you're quick about it, you can take that out and take out Patra, and then once you have, push the block and enter another secret passage here. Okay. Now, one more to the north here. We don't have to clear the enemies in this room. We will eventually when we need to go back into that staircase. So if you want to clear some of them, you can. Because it will pay dividends. Like, if it ends up being easy for you, might as well go for it. I mean, I was able to clear them reasonably, so saves me some time when I have to go back in a moment. This room, we are going to have to clear everybody right now. And I'm going to try to do that through those blocks there. That's the way I have the most success doing it. Let's clear that guy. Got hit by one of them. That's not the best, but got him. All right, and once you do, they can hit you all you want, but you got to push that middle brick. Once everyone is cleared out of the room, we're going to go down the stairs and get our other key item. It is the silver arrows. We need these in order to defeat Ganon. Cannot be beaten without them. So that is a necessary item for you to get. Now we have it all, folks. The red ring, the silver arrows. We've gotten every item that we're going to need in this game. It is time to go and defeat Ganon. Like I said, we're going to need to go back into this room. So if you killed the Wizrobes before, it makes it easier for you. Down we go through the secret passage. Back up. And now when we come out in this room, we're going to go north. A big key here. Do not go north in this room. I did it on accident when I was playing this game earlier, and I was stuck. You end up going a one-way route that you cannot get back from, and you end up having to loop around like a million other rooms and backtrack a bunch of different ways to get back over here. You want to go left in that room. You do not want to go north. Get a chance to get a few more items here from some of these enemies. Grab a stopwatch, which is nice. Rupees don't mean anything at this point. You can go straight up here. You don't have to do anything with these blue or orange Wizrobes. Just move past them. And this is the final room where you've got to clear all the enemies. So be ready to take out the remaining Wizrobes we have here. So long. Push the block. It's going to open a staircase underneath this trap. Draw it out and then enter. That is our last final passage, guys. We are getting to Ganon. Not our last secret passage. We have one more still. And I'm making it hard on myself, aren't I? Bomb the left wall and then get through it. And in this room, you're going to have to clear all the enemies. Thankfully, they're a little bit easier. Likes, yes, but at this point, the magical shield is not as necessary. We're pretty much through all of the Wizrobe rooms, which is what they're most helpful for. Man, I have gotten so many stopwatches in this run. I gotta tell you, pretty exciting. And by exciting, I mean you can see it on my face. I'm thrilled. One more to go. I walked into fire. Not the wisest move. All right, now we are in the second last room. One more Patra to go. Kill all the Patra babies. Lots of sword swipes. Got rid of it. 3 slashes. Beautiful. Might as well get onto our life medicine, I suppose. We might not even need it. We're going to need the silver arrows eventually. I'll keep an eye on my life, but here is the final room. Ganon, you hold the Triforce up, and there he is. Now, he is invisible. He's going to fire at you from all over. What do? You just can swing your sword like crazy, hoping to hit him. You don't know where he is, or why he is. Oh, come on. Just start shooting. There's one. Got one shot on him. Let's go ahead and use our life medicine because we are down a few hearts here and don't need to be. You got to hit him 3 times, or maybe it's 4 times, before he turns red. But every time he appears from you swinging your sword, that means you're damaging him. Okay? Just keep swinging wildly. Your magical shield does nothing against his projectiles. You're just trying to murder the fat goblin. There's 2. There's 3. Get on his nose, just swing left and right. There's 4. Switch over now that he's red. Switch over to your arrow. Fire it into him. He explodes in 8 directions. The Triforce is yours, and you've opened the final room to Princess Zelda. Make sure to snuff out the flames with your sword, and you've done it. The original Legend of Zelda for NES is now complete. Guys, it's a fun game. It's nice. It's got good items. The music is fantastic. The gameplay is responsive and fun. There's a whole second quest that you get afterwards. What I'm saying is that it's a really good game. It's not the best game on the NES. Just my opinion. I think there are many that I would take over it. I actually go through and rank every one of these games that I finish and give you a walkthrough for on my channel. If you haven't seen those, you can catch up now, and I'll be sure to give you a thorough reason as to why I think it ranks where it does. But this will now be eligible to be ranked among all the other titles that we have finished. You get a beautiful little ending screen. It's better than Mario's ending screen, which was basically nothing. And now it gives you a new quest that you can start where the dungeons are a little bit different. The map layouts are different. And the items are mixed up a little bit, so it makes it fresh again for you. That's kind of a nice feature. I got to give it credit for that. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough. And now we can cross off Legend of Zelda off of our list. Now, in my opinion, and maybe this is not trolling, I always remember liking Zelda 2 a lot better than this one. That might be one that shows up soon on the channel, so make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you got those notifications on so you know when it drops. We are running through every NES title in the North American library, hoping to get through all of them so we can give you a full ranked list of the best games on the console. That's it for me, guys. Thanks so much. I gotta go. Peace.